Following a historic vote by the City Council, New York will become the first major city in the country to put a cap on ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft. The bill, which the mayor is expected to sign, will restrict the number of new licenses and establish minimum pay rules in an attempt to increase wages for drivers and allow the yellow cab industry, which has been suffering greatly, to remain competitive. The past few months have seen aggressive campaigns on both sides of the issue, with advocates arguing that the cap would allow drivers of taxis and ride-sharing companies to make a more reasonable wage, while opponents claim these apps offer a service that New Yorkers desperately want and need. So here to explain what this bill means for the many New Yorkers who rely on the ride-sharing to get around the city every day is Dana Rubenstein, senior reporter for Politico New York. Dana, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So first, let's start off with just this bill. Now, as I was saying, it does seem to, well, not does to, the point of it is to cap the number of rides, but is it fair to say that this is actually going to be a boost to the yellow cab industry?
It might sort of stabilize the yellow cab industry and stabilize the hemorrhaging that they've been experiencing, but I don't think it will resuscitate it per se. I mean, it is capping the number of vehicles, for hire vehicles on city streets. So it's not lessening the number, though there will probably be some attrition, but it's not, it might help a little bit, but it won't save them.
All right, well, speaking of might help a little bit, some people have said, there's been so many new people who've been joining the ride-sharing business that it's clogging up New York City streets. Could we see an ease in traffic?
Maybe a slight ease. No one is sort of publicly arguing, except perhaps the mayor, that it will make any discernible impact on traffic congestion. Everyone is saying, well, this will help a tiny bit, but what we really need is congestion pricing. But it won't allow it to get worse.
Okay.
Or it won't allow it to get worse as far as, Uber-related congestion is concerned.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the back and forth as to whether or not this is fair, because some people have said that while this might be helping the taxi cab industry, that this is actually going to be a detriment, or it's going to hurt New Yorkers who live in neighborhoods where taxis either don't go or they're not that available. Some neighborhoods that heavily rely on ride sharing to be able to get around.
I mean, it remains to be seen, right? So there's something like 112,000 for-hire vehicles in New York City, and that does not include cabs. That's just black cars and luxury limos and liveries. And that number isn't likely to change very much. The question is, now that there's a cap, will all of those cars start servicing Manhattan more than they have now? I don't know why they would, but there is a major loophole in the bill, which is that if the Taxi and Limousine Commission is convinced that certain neighborhoods are now getting worse service because of this legislation, they can authorize more vehicles.
What about the fact that this looks like it could finally be a big win for Mayor de Blasio? I mean, for a while, Uber sort of became a adjective to describe failed legislation on his part, and now this looks like he might have a W.
Yeah. It does sort of. I mean, he was very careful not to make himself the face of the legislation while the debate was going on. So every time he was asked about it, he'd sort of make positive noises about it, but he was always very vague and said, the council seems like they're doing something smart. I look forward to looking at the legislation, while he was secretly working behind the scenes to advance the legislation. But now he's owning it more explicitly, and he's going to sign it. He said he's going to sign it. So yeah, it's a little bit of a vindication for him because he tried to do the same thing 3 years ago and failed miserably, but because he didn't make it his campaign, it's not totally his win. It's more Corey Johnson's win, I would say.
Okay, and lastly, before I let you go, because nothing is really real if it hasn't been debated on social media. So, Councilman Eric Ulrich tweeted out, you could say, a snarky comment saying that capping the number of ride-sharing, this isn't a direct quote, but capping the number of ride-sharing cars in New York City is kind of like limiting the number of Netflix subscriptions because the city's concerned that blockbusters are going to start closing. Is that a fair comparison?
I think it's an odd comparison. He seems to be making the argument that the city and municipalities should not regulate new technologies, which is an argument that, I guess a libertarian or someone who is, very pro-market forces would make, but there are certain sort of effects that Uber has on the city that it makes sense the city would want to address. So I'm not sure there's much of an equivalent between Uber and Netflix.
All right, well, what do you see happening next? I mean, if we expect the mayor to sign this legislation where there's still some nebulous terms to be worked out, do we see more debate, or do we see this immediately getting signed into law?
I think he'll immediately sign it into law, but so much now rests in the hands of the Taxi Limousine Commission as far as how they interpret it. You know, it basically is giving the commission an immense amount of authority to do new things. So it remains to be seen, you know, will they allow sort of exceptions to the cap for certain neighborhoods, and how will they arrive at that new minimum wage for drivers, and what effects will this have on people who live in the outer boroughs, and will they renew the cap after a year, and will there be any lawsuits filed? So there's a lot of different ways the story has yet to play out.
And of course, that would be one of the things we'll be looking for, is to see a response from Uber, Lyft, and the various other ride-sharing companies. But anyway, listen, I want to thank you so much for joining us at the show. It's great to have you on. It's your first time, but we look forward to having you back.
Thanks for having me.